Hello students, welcome to second part of history lesson number 5, education. In the first part, we have learnt about primary, secondary and higher secondary education. Today, we will proceed with National Policy of Education 1986. National Policy of Education 1986. In 1986, the government led by Rajiv Gandhi introduced a new national policy on education. The new policy called for special emphasis on the removal of disparities. Disparities means differences, and to equalize educational opportunity, especially for Indian women, scheduled tribes means ST, and the scheduled caste means SC communities, for qualitative development of education, for the enhancement of percentage of literacy. It brought about fundamental changes in primary, secondary and higher secondary education and tried to remove wastage and stagnation in education. A common core curriculum was framed for all states. There is flexibility in the national curriculum for individual states to make changes in accordance with their cultural, geographical, and historical needs. It expected that all students should get equal opportunity in education, and to achieve social integration, the policy called for expanding scholarships, adult education, incentives for poor families to send their children to school regularly. Number 5. The primary education curriculum 1988 was prepared on the basis of the National Policy on Education 1986. Means the National Policy of Education called for a child-centered approach in primary education and launched Operation Blackboard to improve primary school nationwide. Use of satellite. Satellite for education. The use of satellite for education was made in 1975 with the help of Eknath Chitnis, a scientist with ISRO. SITE means Satellite Instructional Television Experiment was undertaken under the leadership of the Space Application Center at Ahmedabad. The concept of satellite education helped to improve the standard of education in the rural areas. SITE was a leapfrogging means jump in the use of satellite technology of direct broadcasting for educational and developmental purposes. SITE was the largest communication experiment even undertaken anywhere in the world. It demonstrated that it is possible to reach remote areas of India with high quality television signals day after day. Useful information and skills could be easily, quickly, and cheaply spread to people who need this most. The satellite became teacher in the sky when it beamed, that means transmitted educational programs to distant primary school children in villages. EduSat satellite. EduSat is the first exclusive satellite for serving the educational sector and was launched successfully by Indian Space Research Organization means ISRO, specially to meet the growing demand for an interactive satellite based distance education system for the country through audio-visual medium employing direct to home means DTH, direct to home quality broadcast. It aims to connect urban and rural educational institutions throughout India, to provide a formal educational infrastructure, and also to help spread knowledge about health and other related issues to more remote areas of the country. The advantages of satellite communication are: it is used for mobile and wireless communication applications. It covers wide area of the earth. Hence, entire country or region can be covered with just one satellite. See here we can see picture technological possibilities means potential uses of EduSat. EduSat, India's first thematic satellite dedicated exclusively for educational services, was used extensively to cater to a wide range of interactive educational delivery modes like one-way TV broadcast, we can see here, radio broadcast, video conferencing, next computer conferencing, web-based instructions, etc. EduSat had manifold objectives to supplement the curriculum-based teaching, imparting effective teacher training, providing access to quality resource persons and new technologies, thus finally resulting in taking education to every nook and corner of India. EduSat provided connectivity to schools, colleges, and higher levels of education, and also supported non-formal education, including development communication. Establishing Open University. The United Nations declared 1970 as the International Education Year. The idea of establishing an open university was thought of in the seminar at Delhi on the subject Open University. Come to this point. Number 10, Indira Gandhi National Open University means IGNOU, we can say. It was established in 1985 with the objective that the stream of education should make its way into every average household of the country. IGNOU. IGNOU was founded to serve the Indian population by means of distance and open education, providing quality higher education opportunities to all segments, means each part of society. It also aims to encourage, coordinate, and set standards for distance and open education in India, and to strengthen the human resources of India through education. Those who are unable to get a college education in the formal way are given concession in eligibility criteria, age, and other conditions for admission to this university. In 1990, the IGNOU started an audiovisual distance education program through Akashvani and Doordarshan. It conducts more than 1,000 courses and provides facility for education through 58 centers in the country and 41 outside the country. Next, research institutes. Number 1, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR. Year of establishment 1950. Objectives: promote scientific research and take benefits to all the people. Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, covers a wide spectrum of science and technology, from radio and space physics, oceanography, geophysics, chemicals, drugs, biotechnology and nanotechnology to mining, aeronautics, instrumentation, environmental, engineering, and information technology. In the post-independence period, in 1950, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research was established with the objective to promote scientific research in the country and to take the benefits of the research to all the people. Research began in fields like physics, chemistry, pharmaceuticals, food processing, and mining. In order that industry benefits from this research, contracts were signed with industrial institutes that helped to reduce our imports and save foreign currency. This institute also motivated fundamental research. The laboratories of the council also played an important part in bringing back to the country students who had gone abroad for higher education. The achievements of the CSIR include making the ink used for marking voters' fingers during elections, medicines for malaria, elephantiasis, and tuberculosis, water purification technology, reduction in the time required for bamboo production. It also used DNA fingerprints for the first time in India, conducted a genetic study of the Adivasis of the Andamans, and proved that those tribes are 60,000 years old, and developed the earthquake early warning system. It has also played an important role in the use of neem as a pesticide, use of turmeric for healing wounds, and in the case of the patents for varieties of rice, the CSIR has prepared a digital encyclopedia of Indian traditional knowledge and made it available in 8 international languages. Next, National Institute for Research in the Mathematical and Physical Sciences. Establishment, year of establishment 1962. The National Institute for Research in the Mathematical and Physical Sciences in Tamil Nadu was established in 1962. It encouraged the highest level of research in mathematics. Number 3, Indian Statistical Institutes. Number 4, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, that means. And fifth one, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDAC. The year of establishment 1988. See, in 1969, we made the first indigenous computer named the ISIJU computer, as this was achieved by the Indian Statistical Institute and Jadavpur University working together. In 1974, Tata Consultancy Services, means TCS, obtained an American contract in the area of software production, and that was the beginning of the software industry in India. Computers also helped to step up the speed of scientific research. Next one, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, established in 1988. In 1987, America refused to allow India to get a supercomputer. The Rajiv Gandhi government decided to develop a supercomputer indigenously. Means in 1988, the central government established the Center for Development for Advanced Computing, CDAC, in Pune, and in 1991 the center under the leadership of Dr. Vijay Bhatkar developed the Param 8000 supercomputer. Bhatkar is best known as the architect of Indians India's national initiative in supercomputing, where he had the development of Param supercomputers. He developed the first Indian supercomputer, the Param 8000 in 1991, and later the Param 10,000 in 1998. Param means supreme in the Sanskrit language. Next, Bhabha Atomic Research Center BARC, established in 1948. Its objective, atomic research. Bhabha Atomic Research Center means BARC. The Bhabha Atomic Research Center is India's premier nuclear research facility, headquartered in Trombay, Mumbai, Maharashtra. BARC is a multidisciplinary research center with extensive infrastructure for advanced research and development, covering the entire spectrum of nuclear science, engineering, and related areas. This institute has conducted valuable research in the fields of nuclear physics, solid state physics, spectroscopy, chemical, and life sciences. It also started a school to train scientists for setting up nuclear reactors. Number 7, Indian Institute of Technology means IIT, 1951, to provide higher and advanced education in all branches of engineering. The Indian Institutes of Technology are premier autonomous public, technical, and research universities located across India. They are governed by the Institutes of Technology Act. IITs across India offer various programs at the undergraduate, postgraduate means PG, and doctorate means PhD level, majority in the streams of science, engineering, and technology. India's first IIT was set up at Kharagpur in West Bengal in 1951. The objective of this institute was that higher and advanced education in all branches of engineering should be available in India and meet the country's needs. The engineering college at Powai, Chennai, Kanpur, and New Delhi were converted into IITs. The Soviet Union, America, Germany, and the UNESCO all extended help to set up these institutes. The IITs in India were given the status of deemed universities, and BTech and MTech courses were started there. Admission through entrance exams, nominal fees, and reservations for students are the special features of the IIT institutions. In the decade from 1970 to 1980, a large number of IIT students began to leave for foreign countries, causing the brain drain crisis. However, this situation changed after 1990. IITs were also established at Guwahati in the Assam in 1994 and in Roorkee in 2001. Number 8, Indian Institute of Management means IIM to mold skilled managers. As high quality engineers were graduating from the IITs, the center and the Gujarat government started the Indian Institute of Management to mold skilled managers. Harvard Business School in America helped to set up IIM Ahmedabad. Other IIMs have been set up at Kolkata, Bengaluru, Lucknow, Kozhikode, Indore, and Shillong. IIM colleges in India train its students for the holistic development of the individual in order to equip them to face business challenges and maximize output through real world situations, seminars, workshop, industry visits, and interaction, etc. So, interested applicants often go through the list of IIM colleges in India and dream to grab admission in any of the IIMs because of the prestige and reputation attached to it. Everyone wants to pursue either on MBA or PGDM. That means it is also degree. MBA means Master in Business Administration and PDGM means Postgraduate Diploma Management. Means IIMS offer postgraduate, doctoral and executive education programs. There are 20 IIMS currently offering world-class management education to the brightest managerial minds in India. Next one, National Institute of Design means NID. This institute was established in Ahmedabad in 1961 for the purpose of impairing training in industrial design. Courses in basic design, graphic design, product design, and visual communication were started in 1963 to 64. The work done by this institute includes designing of the transistor radio and the calculator and the logos of Indian Airlines and the State Bank of India. The courses available to join at various campuses of National Institute of Design include Bachelor of Design, Graduate Diploma programs in Design, Masters of Design, Doctorate of Philosophy in Design are undergraduate courses. Design Aptitude Test means DAT, which is also popularly called the National Entrance Examination for Design NEED, is a national level entrance exam organized for admission to undergraduate and postgraduate courses separately by National Institute of Design each year. Number 10, Indian Council for Medical Research, ICMR. The Indian Council of Medical Research, it is the apex body in India for the formulation, coordination and promotion of biomedical research, is one of the oldest and largest medical research bodies in the world. The ICMR is funded by Government of India through the Department of Health Research, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. In the post-independence period, in 1949, the Indian Council for Medical Research (ICMR) was established for conducting research in the medical field. It was given the responsibility of cooperating with universities, medical colleges, government and non-government research institutes and giving them guidance and financial support for research activities. 26 centers were started in different parts of the country for research on various diseases. Their research has made it possible to control tuberculosis and leprosy. Next, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, to give impetus to advanced education and research in medicine. All India Institute of Medical Sciences means AIIMS is a medical school, hospital and public medical research university. The institute is ranked 1 in India by the National Institutional Ranking Framework. Ranked 1 in science ranked 1 in South Asia and 231st in the world in the category of life sciences and medicine. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences was established to give further impetus to advanced education and research in medicine. It was given the responsibility of undergraduate and postgraduate courses in medicine, colleges for undergraduate and postgraduate education in most branches of medicine, good research facilities, and well equipped hospitals are the significant features of this institute. The institute also provides medical treatment to the common people at nominal rates. It has established special colleges for training in nursing and super specialty centers for treatment of disorders of the health, heart, brain, and eyes. For further development of the medical field, the Medical Council of India was restructured in 1958. We can see here Medical Council of India restructured in 1958 and was entrusted with the task of determining criteria for quality of medical education, its supervision and inspection. These institutes have the responsibility of conducting research on various diseases, developing tests and standardization of medicines. Come to the 13th number point. The Advanced Center for Treatment, Research and Education in Cancer. The Advanced Center for Treatment, Research and Education in Cancer is a branch of the Tata Memorial Center. It functions as the National Center for Treatment, Research and Education in relation to cancer and is recognized as one of the leading cancer centers in this part of the world. Cancer research is research into cancer to identify causes and develop strategies for prevention. The goal of studying cancer is to develop safe and effective methods to prevent, detect, diagnose, treat, and ultimately cure the collections of diseases we call cancer. Number 14, Indian Agriculture Research Institute. In India, research in agriculture had begun as early as 1905. The Indian Agricultural Research Institute was given the status of a university in 1958. Research in agriculture is the objective of this institute. And work began in departments such as development of the agriculture sector, research, well-equipped laboratories, soil science, agricultural sciences, economic botany, and other departments. Research also began on wheat, pulses, oilseeds, vegetables, and many other problems. Its most significant achievement is the fundamental research it has conducted on the methods of taking multiple crops in a year, which has been of great benefit to farmers. This institute maintains a library at its head office in Delhi, which is the biggest agriculture related library in the country. The Indian Agricultural Institute, commonly known as the Pusa Institute, Pusa Institute is India's National Institute for Agricultural Research, Education and Extension. Institute for Agricultural Research aims to improve agricultural technologies in the country for enhanced crop production and utilization to achieve national self-reliance in food and industrial raw materials. And last one, the Central Council for Research in Indian Medicine and Homeopathy, established in 1969. Conduct research and bring about development in the Ayurvedic, naturopathy, Unani, and homeopathy system of medicine. Conduct research on various diseases, developing tests and standardization of medicines. So students, today we have learnt about National Policy on Education 1986, use of satellite, Indira Gandhi National Open University and research institutes. Research institutes are specially organized that focus on conducting investigative and informational research on a specific topic. So students, that means India has successfully achieved the basic education to its citizens. So now in 2020, Government of India has launched further advanced and modified education system so as to create successful entrepreneurs and valuable research programs. So students, I hope you understood the lesson. Thank you for watching.